A bank CEO this week called some of his own workers lower value human capital. Lower value human capital. That is Bill Winters. He runs Standard Chartered, a bank with 80,000 people. He said the bank is cutting 7,000 corporate jobs and replacing them with machines. Now, here's the part that most people miss. The very next day, he walked it back. He sent his own staff a memo and he said the words came out of context. That's what he said. The words came out of context. He said rows falling away reflect changes in the work, not the value of our people. That is the whole show for today, guys. The same week, Intuit cut 3,000 people. That is 17% of the company. The same week, the federal government moved to reclassify 50,000 workers. You got banking, you got finance, you got fintech, you got the government. The coordinator layer got the bill in every sector at the same time. Now, many of you guys, if you're new to the show, you're probably like, Antoine, what do you mean by coordinator? Coordinator are the people who manage the middlemen, the people who relay information from the bottom to the top, or the people who, send data from the, one system to the next system. Routine task, management job, middle management. If you think about it, the real term for the coordinator role is the middle management layer. The coordinator got the bill, but one place pushback. Where did that pushback happen at? In a courtroom in China. We'll get there. Now, today, I'm going to show you the data. I'm going to show you who is getting cut and exactly what to do about it before Monday. Guys, this is the Daily Climb. I'm Antoine Wade. Let's look at the data. Real quick before I get there, make sure if you're watching us live right now, tap the like button. It just takes 2 seconds and it helps another ladder climber find this show this morning. And if you are new here, this is what we do every single weekday at 7:25 to 7:30 a.m. Central. We turn business news into career strategy. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss another show. All right, do it right now. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. All right, let's jump into the first segment, guys. Let me show you what is really happening. Let's start with the bank. Standard Chartered, 7,000 jobs gone. That is 15% of their corporate roles gone by 2030. Okay, gone by 2030. Listen to how the CEO framed it. Okay, I want to go to an article. See if I can find that article real quick. The CEO framed it this way. He said, it's not cost cutting. It's replacing, in some cases, lower value human capital. God dang, that's what he said. Lower value human capital. He said it's replacing, in some cases, lower value human capital with the investment capital that we're putting in. Now, that is not a random comment. That is a market signal. He told you which jobs were getting cut. He said human resources, compliance, back office support. He told you where. In Chennai, in India, in Bangalore, in Kuala Lumpur, in Warsaw, Poland. That's what he said. Let's go to a video real quick and see if I can pull up a video on this whole situation over here, okay? Give me 1 minute. Let me pull up this video. Go here, make sure my video link works. Yeah, this is it right here, okay? Standard Charter. Let's see if I can go here and listen to the Fox News one.
Well, as the AI revolution picks up steam, my next guest is calling the shift towards specialized agentic solutions, the industrialization of AI. I want to bring in Hyperframe Research CEO Stephen Decken. Stephen, that's interesting that you say that. What do you mean by that?
So I think, Cheryl, what we're seeing is we're moving past the era where we're interacting with AI as we write, and we're moving into an era where we work with AI and get it to do things for us. And that's, put simply, what agentic means, getting these AI tools to do things on our behalf.
Well, interesting, because you say that we're in the early stage of infrastructure, then you also say trial, but you point that these AI ambitions are becoming a reality. I think that's an interesting point, just because we haven't even started to do the data center build outs. And so we're still so far ahead of agentic AI, but you say the time is now that we're watching it happen now.
So we're still so early, Cheryl. We're what are we, 2.5, 3 years into what I think is going to be a 20-year mega trend.
Right.
I look at this on the same way that I look at mobile, I look at cloud, I look at the internet. We're still a long way into those and they're still delivering value. In reality, we were about 3 years since OpenAI dropped ChatGPT.
He said, this is just the beginning of it. That's what he said. This is just the beginning of it. This is the open stages. He sees this as a mega boom. Here's what tells you everything about the Standard Chartered situation. The very next day, the CEO sent his people a memo. He said the headline took him out of context. That's what the CEO said. The headline took him out of context. Why would he say that? Because he said lower value human capital. He said that was taken out of context. He said where roles do fall away, it reflects changes in the work, not the value of our people. Now, here's the thing, guys. Corporate, you are taught to spin. You are taught to be politically, in my opinion, is incorrect, because at the end of the day, what you really think, it's going to come out. People are really going to be able to understand what you really think. So you might as well say it. The days of not being blunt and honest, I think people want those days to come back where you're blunt and honest. And he said what he said the first time, and it wasn't out of context, but he's changing his words so that he's politically correct. And instead of saying lower value human capital, he says it reflects changes in the work, not the value of our people. Now, I'm not here to judge the man. I just, know my opinion of how I want things to be said, and I want people to be blunt and don't like the sugarcoating of way how corporate America likes to spin things, but that's just how you got to do it. That's the political climate that you're in. I'm just here to read the signal, and the signal is loud. When a CEO says the quiet part, then softens it the next day, the plan did not change either way. Only the words did. I want you guys to type signal in the chat if you've heard this kind of language at your own company, or if may have not heard that blunt language like that, but you heard some softer language like that, okay? Type signal in the chat. Now let's look at fintech. Intuit. You guys know Intuit? Got a text message from one of my homegirls the other day. She's probably watching the show. Taylor Marie sent me a text. Antoine, I'm glad I got out of Intuit. They're cutting 17% of the staff. I said, wow, good job looking ahead and knowing exactly where you need to go. And that's what she did. But Intuit, the company behind TurboTax and QuickBooks, 3,000 people. 3,000 people, 17% of the company. The CEO, Sasan Gardaza, he said the goal is to simplify the structure. Read that again, simplify the structure. That means fewer layers, fewer middle coordinators, fewer middle managers. The last day for U.S. workers is July 31st. The package is 16 weeks of pay, plus 2 more weeks for every year you stayed. Now, watch this part closely. When the cuts came out, the CEO went on CNBC and he said the cuts were not driven by AI. So he said the cuts were not driven by AI. Now, let's see if I can find a clip on this on CNBC, Jim Cramer. See if we can find a little clip on this, okay?
Now, at the same time, I regard you as pretty lean and mean, but there were obviously 17% of a global jobs cut to streamline operation. 17% is a lot of people, and you're already doing really well. So let me ask you, what's the advantage here? You're doing well. I would think you need every person you could get.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, it was really tough set of decisions because these are amazing, talented folks that we've recruited, we've nurtured, and have done an amazing job for the company. At the same time, Jim, we take a lot of pride in taking a day one mentality of if today was day one, what would we do? And we've been thinking through how do we architect the company for continued velocity for builders that can build fast, leverage the scale of Intuit, but move faster than entrepreneurs. And that really led us to 3 areas that drove the reduction in the workforce. One is we significantly reduced the number of management layers. 2, we reduced what we call coordination-heavy roles based on simplifying our structure. We need less roles that are about coordination, whether it's biz ops, whether it's PMO. And then 3rd, now that we've put Credit Karma and TurboTax together as one platform, one team, we eliminated a number of areas of duplication. So that's really what.
What did he say, guys? What are some of the key words that Antoine talks about on this show just about every single day? Coordinators, middle managers. He said it, the coordination roles. Now hold that thought. A bank says it is replacing people with machines. A software company says it cuts have nothing to do with AI. Same week. Two different stories. This is the puzzle. So let me show you what the data actually says. Okay. So we have a bank and a software company. Same week, same move. And here is the thread that ties it together. Business Insider read 15 layoff memos from this year. They counted the words. They counted the words. Go to the article real quick. I want to go to the article so that you guys can actually see it. Come on now. Let's find this article. Let's have Perplexity find me this article. There we go. Let's see. Business Insider, layoffs. Boom. Layoff memos this year love one phrase. What is that phrase? AI. One word showed up the most. AI. How many times did it show up, Antoine? 46 times. Then the word customers. Then the word build. Now here's where I want you to think like an analyst. I want you to think like somebody who looks at the data. I want you to think with somebody who has a whole bunch of data. You've collected it, you synthesize the information, and you're thinking like an analyst and not like a victim, and you come up with a decision. You come up with what you think is the truth from the data. Because two smart people in this article disagree. Two smart people in this article disagree, and you need to hear both. One side, Peter Banco. He runs a big health system. He says AI is humankind's first ever capital substitute for cognitive labor. In plain English, that means for the first time ever, a company can spend money on a tool instead of a thinker. The other side, his name is Josh Bersin, a respected work analyst. He is not so sure. He says in most cases, the company simply overhired. He calls AI an excuse. You did your analysis. You have your collection of data and you see the word AI come up multiple times and you hear many people saying, it's because we overhired during COVID. The other group says, it's because we got AI. We got too many coordinator roles. And remember, back in February, even Sam Altman said companies were AI washing cuts that they already planned. So which is it? Which is it? You're an analyst. You. What's your analyst take? Give it to me in the chats. But here's my analyst take. It does not matter to your paycheck which one is true. If the word AI is the cover story, the cut still happens. We saw the cleanest version of this language a couple days ago. Where did it happen? Meta layoffs, right? That's where it happened. It happened Meta. Meta told its layoff workers their cut was to offset the other investments that we are making. That's what Mark Zuckerberg said. The cuts were to offset other investments that we're making. And we've said that. You have this company spending $125+ billion on AI. Where are they going to get that money from? Where are they going to recoup that money from? It's going to come from human capital. That is the whole game in one sentence. The money did not disappear. It just changed lanes. I want you guys to type a DAP in the chat if you see the lane that it's changed to. Or you've seen the lane change happening in your industry. Type a DAP in the chat. So who's safe? Look at what these companies are cutting. These companies are cutting process roles, review roles, coordinate roles, roles that do not own revenue. And look at what they are adding. They are adding AI engineering. They are adding data and cloud roles. They are adding people who build new systems. Write this down. If your job title has the word manage or coordinate in it, and you do not own a number, this is your wake-up call. That is segment one, guys. Now let me show you the free move that protects you. Stay with me on this, okay? This move right here protects you. Now, if everything that I just covered, everything that I just said hit a nerve, I don't want you to panic. Do not panic. All you got to do is build, guys. I put together the 2026 Career Protection Playbook. It is absolutely free. It shows you your AI risk zone, the 5 skills that actually matter right now, a 30-day quick start plan, a weekend action plan with 5 specific moves. The professionals who survived this year are not waiting for permission. They are building career insurance and they are doing it right now. Go to nextgenheights.com. $0. So there's no excuse not to grab it. And the same place Get you the Daily Climb newsletter sent to you Monday through Friday. Everything that we cover on the show, the data, the stories, the case studies, the strategy, delivered to your inbox every single weekday. So when you cannot catch a live, you never miss the intelligence. Type playbook in the chat and Cam will drop the link in the chat, okay? You heard that the gentleman on Fox News, what did he say? We're just on year 2 of a 20-year build. It means you have some time. We are on the early stages of this. The people who are watching this content, the people who are watching this show, get ahead now. Because I personally think that the internet is 2 years to 3 or 4 years ahead of the mainstream media. And if I'm talking about it right now on a day-to-day basis, that means you have about a 2-year window, and that window is closing very, very fast. You hear me talking about AI often on this show. You hear me talking about AI often in my Patreon. You hear me dabbling with AI and doing things and building and having a community build. And then when you go outside and have conversations with people, 90% of them aren't doing it. That means we're 2 years ahead. There is a 2-year window. Act like it's a month window and execute now. Start building now, because it's only going to put you in a position to be ahead.